wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was freak like me? Don't ya? Don't ya? Don't you wish your girlfriend was raw like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Don't ya? Don't ya? Fight the feeling, fight the feeling. Leave it alone, leave it alone. Just leave it in love.
Well, I guess we're gonna wait till the camera come in focus. I guess we're gonna wait till what? Let me do it again. What's up, everybody? Good morning. What's going on? Let me try this again. Yep. Oh, well, my camera's not in focus. I don't know why it ain't in focus. I'm all blurred. I'm all blurred. So this is what I'm gonna do. What's up, everybody? Good morning. This is your boy Q. Welcome to the show. Not really sure why my camera is blurred, but I am going to take a look and fix that right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just replay the actual intro, and I'm gonna come back, and hopefully my camera is clear. Not sure what happened, but I'm gonna make sure I got everything fixed and stuff like that. So y'all hang on, give me just a quick second. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna replay this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play the After Dark commercial, and then I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oh, and a little more. I can't live without you. Yeah. No, I can't live without you. I was roaming through the dark, baby. Ooh, you keep making it shine.
Okay. This is interesting. All right, everybody, what's up? I think I am clear. Good morning. Good morning. Listen, thank you so much for your patience. Real quick, I think I had like a little slight technical difficulty, but hold on, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for your listening and your viewing pleasure, I got my boy on here chomping away. What's up, Seek? Good morning, man. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
How are you?
Good, man.
Are you doing all right?
Man, I can't complain. I can't complain. They don't do no good, no way. I gotta cut you up so I can hear you in these headphones. I'm having had a little technical difficulty over here. My camera was blurred. I felt like I was on, you know, like sometimes when the show's getting ready to go off and they fade them out. That's kind of how it looked. And I was like, okay, so this is supposed to be crazy. So let me fix this and make sure it's good. But good morning to you, man. Welcome to the show. I appreciate you coming on through for us on this morning.
Well, I appreciate being invited.
Well, shout out to my boy Hendrix. He's out on this morning. got some things going on. So well, we just sending positive vibes his way. And I said, you know what, let me contact Seek and see if I can get him to come on, so I won't be talking to myself, you know, and talking to everybody else by myself until Mo decides to show her ass up.
Okay, until she decides to show up.
Until she decides to show up, because she been up since I don't know how long, you know, they driving, traveling somewhere. And so she been woke. So it's not like she don't know what's going on. So it's just like she just be looking at the phone. It's like, well, I guess I'm gonna get on. Let me go ahead, and
That's how she do it, huh?
that's just how she do it, man. It's just how she
Just
do it.
whatever she want to pop on.
And it's my
That's
fault.
what she do.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Because you allow it.
Man, you know, I've been allowing Mo to do what she wanted to do since day one. Mo just get on my nerve, but we love her anyway, though. We love her anyway. Happy Saturday to everybody. We appreciate you for tuning in. Make sure you share this broadcast with your friends, your family, your foes, and your frenemies, because we all know you got them. So, you know, go ahead and share this broadcast. We really appreciate you for doing that. Thank you so much, YouTube. I see some of you guys on YouTube. We appreciate that. And even Facebook. I appreciate y'all just kind of jumping in and peeking in and seeing what's up. But let's get down to it, man. First off, before we even get into any kind of craziness, how was your week this week? Now, I know that you were under the weather a little bit. How's everything coming with you?
Everything is coming along, man. It don't even make no sense to complain about it. It is what it is. Just getting old. That's what that is.
Just getting old.
Getting old.
I hear you.
That's it.
Listen, I saw my big brother yesterday. He's here in the city. And when I saw him, I looked at him and I was like, now I know you older than me, but why I got more gray hair than you? What I mean, now he got him, but why am I almost all white and you still, I see still little specks of black and red in your damn beard and mustache, and I'm walking around here looking like Black Santa, you know, and I'm just trying to figure that out, you know, what's going on. But
you know, I think I have like if I let my hair grow out, I think it's gonna be real white, man. I think it's gonna be more white than black. And this, if I let this grow out, this is gonna be white. Like I can see more white in the fuzz that comes after I shave. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out.
I'm gonna blame white people. I'm just playing white people.
Blame them all.
Blame them all. Blame them all.
Blame them all. That's about right.
That's what's up, man. We're gonna go ahead.
Loose lips. So it's loose lips sink ships.
Loose
That's
lips.
the title of the show today.
Sink ships. What does that say to you when you hear that? What does that say to you? Loose lips sink ships. Just loose lips.
You don't know. You got too many church people on here.
Oh, that's even better. Go ahead.
People be on. They don't want. But can you imagine what that would actually mean? I mean, maybe my mind is just in the gutter.
Oh hell.
Maybe my mind is in the gutter. Because the only thing I see, is some loose lips on a ship, and after that ship did what it's supposed to do, it sinks.
You know what? You know. Oh, wait a minute.
Like the Titanic.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of loose lips on the Titanic.
I'm just looking at I'm just using it as a metaphor, and I'm looking at the ship like a phallus.
Okay.
and the loose lips being on the phallus. And after, you know, sometimes those ships got that, you blowing that steam off like, and the steam pop up at the top to kind of push it on. But
You know what? You need to be prayed for.
I don't know if I need. I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like, it just seemed like that to me. It's weird.
Well,
But I understand loose lips, loose lips, sink ship. What does that mean? What does that mean?
well, you know, well, old school, according to what I believe it to be, is anybody who talks too much is a loose lip. Whatever
True.
the situation is the ship. So if you talk too
Mhm.
much about a certain situation, you could potentially sink your own ship
Yeah, I'll think somebody else's ship.
or somebody or somebody else's
Like
ship.
it's like speaking on people to damage their character. It can be, I guess, it can be looked at like that too. You running your mouth about this person. Say, take for instance what's happening with Diddy right now, and so
Right.
many people have an opinion, and that opinion spreads like wildfire. So, and once something is said and somebody wants to believe it, it then takes a whole nother breath, a whole nother turn, and just, you know, sinks the ship. Because he
You know,
is definitely a sinking ship right now.
he's on a sinking ship, and then you know, I'm just trying to figure something out, okay? Because that's definitely, you know, a scenario that we can definitely say loose lips sink ships, because all of these celebs, you know, people who are coming out the woodwork now about the Diddy parties, that y'all didn't do that shit with Hugh Hefner. I'm just trying to figure out what the issue is, because he's Diddy. You know, I mean, you went to the
You know
Diddy
what?
party.
You raise a good point. Now, there's documentary out there about what went on at Playboy, and it's not in a great light. And the people who went there will kind of blow your mind too, and how trashy those mugs were to women. But I just don't think that. I mean, if you have to have a whole show with people sitting on the show talking about it, singing and all. I mean, he really kind of he did a different thing. Um, Even though the Playboy Mansion had its own thing going on, that was sinister. Hugh did something different when it came to being in the limelight, and how he just, you know, made it more palatable, I believe, for people to kind of like, okay, it's sex, but you know, we're human beings. Whereas this whole thing with Diddy and even Diddy, Jeffrey Epstein, oh boy, that I can't even think of his name right now. You know, where it's like they were just out here wilding, but the same shit happened. The same shit was happening. Those girls came. Those girls was going, being Playboy bunnies. They was barely even fucking 17, 18 years old.
Right.
You ain't never heard no shit like that. Not in the open to damage him like Diddy is being damaged.
Absolutely.
You just didn't hear it.
I mean, you know, it's insane. You know, I guess
And
maybe
it died under the radar.
other than Jeffrey Epstein, you know, other than him, because in my brain, he's really the only white person, you know, that at this point, you know, people are actually starting to talk about. But you're right. They tried, you know, I remember that Play Bunny show that they had with Hugh Hefner, and the documentary series that they had about the Playboy bunnies, and then even
Mm-hmm.
it even grew to, you know, these ladies, these white blonde head girls was going, you know, and they had their own reality shows afterward. They did all of that kind of stuff. at, you know, people like R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Diddy, you know, even for that fact, being grouped up into this bubble that, you know,
Harvey
these
Weinstein.
celebrities.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey, I'm sorry, I said Jeffrey Harvey. Sorry, y'all. Harvey Weinstein. They've been kind of like just lumped into this big ball of freakdom. Like y'all not out there freaking yourself. Like you not out there doing any and everything that you wanted to do, and you do that shit for free, but you go to the Diddy party. You know, I never really understood why people overly sexualize people for what they are into and what they like to do. If you want to be the freak of the industry, then be the freak of the industry. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, whatever happened to discretion? Because I promise you, if there was somebody out here, there are a whole lot of people out here that don't want something to get out about what the hell they done did with somebody. I'm sure it is. And somebody would know what's going on with you. And all of a sudden, you know, your business is in the street, loose lips, ain't sinking your damn ship because you don't want that tea to come out about you.
Yeah. Yeah. It just turns like, you know, sex between consensual adults is what it is. But when it turns into some type of sinister thing that happens where, you know, sex trafficking is involved, you forcing women to have sex against their own will, and you know, all just where the power dynamic happens, and you feel like you are in authority, and nobody has control over their own bodies. That's where it becomes an issue. That's where it becomes an issue. And I think that's the big thing that's happening with Diddy and so many people talking out. You say what?
No, I was just saying I wish I had my bill. Kanisha she says they even bringing Jay-Z in it too. I saw that. I saw something like that. They were trying to say that Jay-Z was a part of this freak
if
thing.
Jay-Z was at a Diddy party, I'm sure. But it's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers was at Diddy parties.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all y'all asses is nasty. Even if the bishop going to the Diddy party, y'all asses is nasty. You know, I mean,
this is not unusual. But Q, it's not unusual. You know what I'm saying? It's like we trying to act like it's unusual that there was some freak shit happening when there was some freak shit happening when we saw the videos, we understood what the lyrics were, we knew what was going on. We knew what was going on, and the thing that baffles me the most, and it's so hard to say even as a man, is that there were women there knowingly. But all of a sudden, when something happens to you, you know these niggas is trash. And no, you don't want that to happen. But you put yourself in positions for them to happen. I'd be so confused about that. And it's hard to even say because, you know, women should have the right to do and be in places and express themselves in the way that they want to without being sexually accosted. But you are not going in blind. Those niggas was trash then. What makes you think they're gonna change? And you put yourself in that position. It's mind blowing to me. It's still difficult for me to even say, but it's the truth, and we just can't let go of the truth. So I know there's some nuance there. And but I ain't talking about the nuance. I'm talking about what is in front of you. You got niggas in. I'm sorry. Can I say niggas over here? I'm sorry. You got people. You got people in places that you know. So you dare to be put on. You dare to get a bag. You dare to do whatever the case it is. You dare to have a drink with your girlfriends and then leave. Whatever you're there to do, you know that you are in a place where something sinister can go down.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. You have to take responsibility in that.
I agree, and I also agree. Willie saying, he said the difference is that Diddy doesn't have the complexion for the protection like Hefner. Absolutely. That's 100 because I bet you even like now. Hang on, my cord got caught. Even like now, you know, like the Freaknik series that's going on right now. Now specifically, there was no particular celebrity involved with Freaknik, but it goes to show you how, you know, we are looked at as more so something that, you know, is out of control, and that our people are lunatics and they're maniacs and they're freaks. But then you remember the shit in the series that they've sold for years, Girls Gone Wild.
Mhm.
You see, do you remember that? Girls, it was series after series after series after series, and I'm thinking like,
Looked like Freaknik to me.
it looked like a white Freaknik to me.
Looked
But
like
you
a Freaknik to me.
made millions of dollars off of this. And I just want people to understand that if sex destroys kingdoms. You know, if people don't know, sex destroys kingdoms. Sex put a lot of different things in place, you know, that even today that we're still dealing with. Even especially with women, you got men writing laws to tell you how you are supposed to treat your body, but then they want to get in your body. You see what I'm saying? I have never been able to rationalize stuff like that. You know, it's
I
the what's it, the
cannot. I
contradictions.
can't. I just like it's mind-boggling to me how a man has the right to write laws on how women should conduct their bodies.
Right.
It is
Exactly.
confusing to me that we as a country would even allow that. But you have women that want men to write laws and tell them how to conduct their bodies. You have religion in place because people believe what they want to believe to tell you how to conduct your body, what you could do with your body. You have these belief systems that you, Christian based country, America, that you would allow other folks to put you in harm,
Right.
will put you in harm in order for you to follow their rules to tear down your body. It's the most baffling shit to me ever. It is so one-sided, whereas you don't, it's one-sided in the fact that you don't believe science. You don't believe it. You just don't want to believe it. We've been going through this shit with the earth for a long ass time now, but now you don't even want to believe the science that doctors are telling you this is in this danger, this puts women in danger. You don't even
Right.
care. You just want what you want and allow people to do to you want what you want, and you want people to follow your rules to tear themselves down. It's the most, but here we are.
Let's
This
address
is
this
where we
comment.
are.
Let's address this comment. Hey, what's up, Titan? Good morning. Then we're gonna jump on. There's a topic I want to discuss. It's actually along the lines of what we're talking about. Titan says we don't know what the backstory is for these females. Most of these females have been groomed. This is a part of our white supremacy culture. The sheep are constantly put in the lion's den. And then he says the system is in place for a reason. And then he says, hell, that's slavery, the white man's law in itself. He'll take Candace Owens on her comeback to the Black Press Tour. But we hadn't got there yet, but we'll talk about her ass in a minute. But I the thing is with that,
You know what
and I was going to say,
you know what Titan said.
mhm.
You breaking it up. I can't. I want to overtalk you.
No, I'm only you was pointing down, and I thought you was about to draw
Oh, okay.
something. You was moving your finger. I thought you was gonna draw something.
No, I was looking at Titans. I was looking at Titans comment, which is very interesting, and it would be so amazing if we would hear something like this. I was groomed to be a sexual toy for men, and this is my story.
Mm.
But what we often hear is, I was raped, I was, I was all of these, I was raped, I was sex trafficked, I was doing all of these things. Like, there are you were groomed for, a lot of those women were groomed first. You were groomed first to do this, whether you was groomed mentally to do it or somebody put you in a position to do it. And I'm thinking about Jeffrey Epstein. You had we was something, we just had a thought. I can't remember now; it slipped my mind. But even in that Jeffrey Epstein documentary, that documentary showed like these young girls. She would go out, get these young girls, bring them back to the house to have sex with him, grooming them on how to do it. But I do not even remember. Not one of those girls said that. I'm gonna mess up her name. That Jesslyn, whatever her name is, was grooming me to have sex with these powerful white men. Not one time. She was grooming me to have sex with these white men, but they often said, I was put in a position to do this, and she told me how to do this, that, and the other. Yes, we can say, we understand that the person watching, that you were being groomed, but you prefaced it like somebody, like you didn't know that you was being groomed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You prefaced it like you didn't know that you was being, groomed. It's just sometimes the stories just don't. And maybe it's, let me just put it on me. Maybe it's where I'm from. I don't know. Maybe I see things differently because of how I grew up. But it's baffling to me that there's no accountability. It's always somebody else's fault. There's none. Somebody did this to me, and that person needs to be punished. I'm throwing my hands up and I'm walking the other way. No accountability. In the part that you played in it.
I have to 100% agree with that.
Maybe you can help me out.
I have to 100% agree with that. I understand, being being groomed and stuff like that, because honestly, from a child, we are groomed when we're born into this world as a Black child that's raised in a religious home. Like, for example, when you are born, if you are Church of God in Christ denomination, that is who you're going to be. If you are a Baptist, that is who you're going to be. There is no question about this. Now, as you get older, you may progress into something different. But if you take it to certain aspects, don't run your mouth in the streets about my business. What goes on in this house stays in this house. That's grooming. You see what I'm saying? And so what I also equate that to is this. Listen, if you're going to a Diddy party, and if you are groomed to go to a Diddy party to do whatever you're going to do at the Diddy party with Diddy and the Diddyettes or whoever else is there, then the thing is that after a while, you have to know that you're going to be accountable for your part that you playing in it, because what you're doing in those moments are adding to what you've been doing and to your own self. And 9 times out of 10, you're doing somebody else like that. And so we all have to be in a place where we can say, okay, well, you know what? Yeah, I may have been groomed to do this, but then I took my grooming and I start to show it off, because we use the term grooming, but grooming means to trim. It means to perfect. So when you perfect yourself in your shit, then all of a sudden everybody gonna smell it, because now you're giving off what you have been in. And so a lot of us we never look at our own selves about the stuff that we are going through and that kind of stuff. We didn't start talking about Diddy and them being in the show 30 goddamn minutes. Go ahead, man.
Let me preface this. First of all, I want to, if there are any women watching, I don't want to over talk anything like that, because I don't want to talk on women's business at all. Like, I just don't. I'm just a man with a perspective, and I try to keep it as nuanced as I possibly can. But some things are just kind of like in your face. And what can be in a man's face and what can be in a woman's face can be completely two different things. Exactly. So I don't want to I want to make sure that I say that. Like, if there's any women in the chat that can, give us a little bit more of something to kind of understand, then I would want to, offer space for that. But I'm just at my wit's end with this. That was even when you think about how Cassidy did it. Cassidy shit was so calculated. Cassidy, her name is Cassidy, right? Diddy's girlfriend. Her name was Cassidy?
Cassidy, call her C. Hell, I don't know.
Right?
I think that's her name. I'm not sure. I'm gonna call her C.
Cassie. Her name was Cassie.
There's Cassie.
Her name was Cassie. She her stuff was so calculated in where it should have been, because the information that she laid out in those documents really made us understand that this is what she went through. And for the lawsuit to be wrapped up just that fast, just boom, like that, within 24 hours. So you knew that there was some truth to that. So I'm not talking about situations like that. Her situation is completely horrifying, and then other women's situations could be horrifying. But I still say this: everybody's mind is not the same. Some people's minds are not as strong as others. Some people get caught up in the stuff that you see, like all of the stuff that somebody can offer you, because you ain't never had nothing, or because that's just who you are. You want to be a part of the main society. You want to use this man to get your career offline, but then it derailed. You want to be a part of this whole bad boy thing, or whatever the case may be, and then the shit goes left. But there's no accountability. You would never say that. But then there's no accountability in how I put myself in this position, and this is how I got fucked up.
Exactly.
So maybe she'll have a book that comes out to let us know, the truth behind the matter. It's just so much stuff.
Well, I don't give a shit about a book. If she come out with it, I don't give a damn. You was married to Diddy, bitch. You ain't broke. I don't give a damn. I don't give a shit.
And she really not broke now. She's really not broke now. She's really not broke now.
See, Titan, I'm gonna get your comments in a minute. Titan, my Judy, that's my Judy. I'm gonna get your comments, but hold on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she finally got her shit fixed. Welcome to the show, Miss Mo Swag. You got your good morning, Mo.
My girl,
Ernie, how you doing?
My girl,
baby. I've been on the road since 5 o'clock this morning.
That ain't but 5 hours, Mo. That ain't but 5 hours.
Last time you've driven 5 hours?
I ain't drove 5 hours in a minute, Mo. I don't
stopped on the side of the road to log in. I'll wait. I didn't think so. Anyway, hey, Ernie, I understand you say when she writes a book. I don't think she can read one, let alone write one. Maybe she'll get a ghostwriter. But I don't understand. Ernie, he's so nice, and he's so well spoken, and he's so considerate and so kind, and we know that's not me, because this is my question.
Yeah, we know that.
When a man hits you the first time and the second time, the third time, but the 16,729th time, you staying for the money. You pimped yourself out. You what you are. Now, is it worth $30 million? Maybe since you had 30 trains ran on you, maybe over the course of a year. Well, that's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said. She said she had trains and they did all horrible things, but you stayed. You came back. You took a shower. You didn't go to the authorities. You got your new Hermes bag. You flew in a private jet. You went in the closet and got some more clothes. You went out with your girlfriends and you were popping bottles. But $30 million worth?
And still popping bottles.
still popping
and
bottles.
still popping them.
She gonna be broken in a minute because 1, she doesn't know how to manage her money. 2, she don't know how to manage her mouth. 3, she's not an advocate for herself. 4th, she still got them same hanger-ons. 5th, she still wants to be a star. Why don't you be a quiet and go in a small island, not Epstein's island, not the island Diddy was trying to go to, but why don't
She
you
wants
try
to
to
be
be
a
a
star.
realist and understand you have no talent, or be a realist and know that there are women in the Church of God in Christ, Kojic, who can out-sing you sitting down with their shoes off and making potato salad, because I've been there, I've heard it, and I know it. So, Cassie, why don't you got your $30 million, which you don't really deserve, and if that boy go bankrupt, he ain't gonna be able to pay that, honey. So take them Hermes bags you got and sell them to
Well,
somebody who can.
I don't think Diddy's gonna be broke anytime soon. But what I will say is this, Mo. Just like you talked about the church, the culture people that can fix all the good food, they can suck good dick too.
I wouldn't. That's not in the.
Yes, it
That's
is
not in
in
the
there too.
situation.
How about? Yes, it is because they got to be able to taste the potato salad.
That's not the situation. That's not the
let's
situation.
let's move it along. Let's move it along. Let's move it along. I'm not just a fool with you, and all I see is Mo's palm in the camera. Okay, so Mo, are y'all safe? Y'all good?
Let me come back to you because I had to get out the car.
Okay, what you want me to pull you off and you come back on?
Pull me off and come back on. Ernie, it
All
was
right,
so nice seeing you. So nice.
hit me
And then I
back.
have to see you. Ugh.
Hang up. Goodbye. All right, so here we go. So let's move this along. So while we were talking about that real quickly, something happened in Dallas on this past Easter weekend that kind of stunned the entire city, actually even me, because I am aware of these people because I know them personally. But I'm gonna throw it out here real quick, and I'm gonna we'll talk about that when we actually kind of not along the lines of the Diddy thing, but again, loose lip sync shifts. But here it is. Just check this out. Here it is. It says, according to Fox 4 News, in Dallas, Texas, a Dallas shooting, youth minister killed in Southeast Oak Cliff after Easter morning service. A Dallas church is mourning the loss of one of its youth pastors after he was shot and killed shortly after service on Easter Sunday. Mr. Denzel Branch was shot and killed on Sunday afternoon. Police talks about here that Mr. Branch got into a verbal fight with 30-year-old Mr. Joshua Andrews on the 56th Street in Southeast Oak Cliff. Got family over there. Wow. An arrest affidavit acquired by Fox 4 says that Andrews was in a romantic relationship with the ex-wife. The fight turned physical. Let's scroll on down here. Witnesses say that Andrews, which is pictured here, came out of his car with a black pistol and fired several shots at Branch. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Andrews left the scene, but he later turned himself into the police, and according to the affidavit, admitting to intentionally shooting Branch and acknowledged that he should not have done so. He was the youth pastor at the New Generation Church. To describe this real quick, 56th Street, Seek is it's in Southeast Oak Cliff, like it says, whatever. But where it's positioned, where it is, it sits kind of in the middle of Southeast Oak Cliff. And so a lot of people use it as a street to take shortcuts a lot. Take a lot of shortcuts, and so the neighborhood constantly changes because it's a lot of flow through traffic or whatever. And where that church is, actually, I know the pastor there at that church, not just the youth pastor, but I know the pastor there, and they are completely devastated, for something like this to go on. And so when you look at situations like this, that you got the youth pastor at the church and you got another preacher or a person at the church that's talking to your woman, y'all physically getting into it at the church, and then all of a sudden you're shot and you're gone. I think he and his wife had children, and I believe that the children, I'm going to say allegedly, but according to what I was told, is that the kids saw the entire thing. Okay. And so it's devastating. Prayers out to the New Generation Church. all families involved, the church members there, I'm gonna throw out positive vibes and energy to you, to you guys. But to talk
Right.
about something like this, it bothers me, but I wanted to bring it to the forefront because again, we were talking about accountability. We're talking about, making
Mhm.
sure that we can make the most wise choices that we can. Now, listen, I'm gonna throw it out there because I can. I'm grown. I can talk about me more than anybody else. I've dated at church before. And as a matter of fact, I've gotten caught up in a couple of trysts at church. You know, and I've never had. Well, I think I got into one argument. I was about to bust him upside his goddamn head, but I got grabbed, kind of deal. And I was going there. I was straight communion tray right up across the face. So those kinds of deals, you don't really think about it when you're into it, and when you're involved in these moments. But the thing is that I would like people, especially in places like that in the church, you're gonna have to be able to make sure that you are making the most wise choices. And this church is not huge, huge, huge. This is maybe like a medium-sized church, small to medium-sized church. So everybody know everybody, and your tea gonna get out regardless. Loose lips sink ships. And so, according to the whole scenario that I got painted, which I'm not going to even talk about on this platform, but um,
I
um,
wonder.
people knew what was going down all over the
I'm,
place.
I want to understand.
You good?
I want to understand. Why were they at church? It was Sunday service. It was important for them to get dressed up and take the kids to church. I'm just trying to what brought this man? I didn't read the story, so maybe you can help me. What brought this man to the church with this woman, and why would this woman bring this this situation to the church?
It's like, can I be honest with you? It's just like I equate that to people messing around at work. Sometimes people, you get accustomed and you create these different bonds and relationships with people, that's outside of the norm. Now, church is normal, of course, but when I say outside of the norm, outside of your everyday function, you get to know different people other than, the ones that are closest to you. And sometimes people bring these relationships into their personal, and they feel that it's okay because it's something
I
else
don't think that they feel that it's
brewing.
okay. I don't
You
think
don't
that
think
they feel
so?
that it's okay. Now, no, I don't think
Okay,
that
Mo.
they feel that it's okay. I just think that they're finished. Like they don't. I think they don't care. But when you start not caring, a man shows up at the church and kills your kid's father. When you stop caring,
They're actually members of the same
when
church.
you stop
Yeah.
caring, a man will show up and kill your children's father. Huh?
They were all members of the
You say
same
what?
church. They were all, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Did I mute myself?
I
Can you hear me? Ernie, can you hear
can
me?
hear you now. So let me
Okay,
rephrase what I'm saying.
go ahead.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
I can hear you. I
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay, go
Can
ahead.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, so I'll rephrase this. I'll rephrase what I'm saying. When you stop caring, a man shows up and kills your children's father in front of them, regardless if it was at the same church, regardless if he was from somewhere else, regardless if it came there in a black mask and nobody knew who he was. I I believe that you stop caring. I think you know exactly what's going on, but you don't give a shit no more because the dick is good, or your husband had made you mad, or he didn't cheated on you, or whatever the case may be. You know, you just stop caring. And when you
And
stop caring, this is what happens.
Ernie, once again, you're so elegant in your speech and in your explanation. I want to know what she said and did, because what she said and did tipped him over the edge. Because, see, I'm a woman. I know what she said tipped him over the edge. And now you got your kids who were traumatized or triggered or whatever the new buzzword y'all saying. But more importantly, their children now. See, they're gonna have children, and they're gonna be like, yeah, my grandfather was killed by my grandmother's boyfriend
And I witnessed it.
after Easter service. So Easter ain't gonna never be about the resurrection. It's only gonna be about the forever death of the family, because that's what it is.
How I witnessed my father killed at the hands of my mother's boyfriend.
Right.
That's what Easter is going to be about.
That's what Easter will forever be about. And then that's what Easter will be about for generations to come in that lineage. That's the legacy that woman, and people don't understand. They always say the man is the head of the household. He is. But the person who rocks the cradle is the one who steers the family. And so
that's
now
the woman. Most times that's the woman.
That's right. And so now she has forever messed up generations to come. That's on her. She didn't pull the trigger. She may have not, but that's on her. So let her figure that out. And it was so sad because as a youth minister, you have so much impact on the youth, and not even your own children. And when I say I'm grieving for them, yeah, it's horrible. I'm great. The whole Dallas has really, he must have touched a lot of lives, because Dallas churches, large and small, have been adversely impacted by this death.
Yeah.
So sad. So sad. Next subject. This is so sad. Them children will never be the same.
We can move on to the next subject. Let me say this too. Mo broke up, so I don't know if she said this, but it's not. He's a youth minister, so it's not his children that's just affected.
Right.
All of those children are affected now.
Yeah.
All of them are affected.
Sad.
It
By
is sad.
something that somebody could have said to trigger somebody to shoot somebody.
Absolutely.
By something someone said to trigger somebody to shoot somebody. I'm done.
Yeah, it's
and we wonder why there's a decline. And we wonder why there's such a decline in Black churches.
Yeah.
There's an exodus happening.
Yeah.
In Black churches.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking specifically about Black churches because I'm Black. I don't care about white churches. There's an exodus that is happening in Black churches. I'm done. I didn't even know that this happened. I know nothing about this story. I am kaput. I don't even know how to deal.
I understand.
Yeah, but positive energy, like I said, to everybody affected and involved, especially at the New Generation Church. Definitely, we got you guys in our thoughts. Real quick, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take just a quick second, give y'all just a quick little break here, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk shit about Candace Owens.
We ain't gonna talk. That's not nice.
Yes, we are too. Mo, don't start. Mo, no, hell no. We're gonna talk shit about Candace Owens.
You don't
That's
have
just
to
what's
say
bad.
That's not very nice.
Okay then, yeah.
Ernie, be eloquent like you. I know you can.
I don't know if I can with Candace Owens. I don't know if I can.
No, we not gonna do it.
I don't know if I can.
We're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Real quick, give us about 45 seconds. We'll be right back. Check out the After Dark video. Don't you take your ass nowhere. Hang on, right back.
Language.
Oh, It's not my fault. You've been lying, saying that I took away your peace. Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me. Like you have no options. I ain't take your options. Now I'm not the problem. Man, that's on you, yeah.
Yo, welcome back to the show. This is your boy Q. I am here. My boy Seek or Ernie, whatever y'all want to call him. We'll be back in just a second here. Welcome
Well,
to the
you
show
said
again.
45 seconds and it was 31.
Oh well, whatever, Mo. Mo, don't be trying to tell me how many seconds the video is, Mo. I don't care. I
You
just
said
play it.
45 seconds, and the man Ernie had to go somewhere, and now he's gonna be back in 45 seconds because he is on point, on time.
Will you be back here, all right? Real quick, make sure that you guys check out MTG After Dark on this coming Thursday night. So usually we're on Mondays. So don't look for us Monday because I know you guys have been hitting me up asking when is After Dark coming. We always talk about this every month. After Dark is usually the second Monday, but we're going to be doing After Dark on this coming Thursday night. Okay. Myself, Miss April, and Miss Arbor, not Barbara, we will be in the house. And so we got a fire ass after dark show. So check us out this Thursday night at 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you find us. And so yeah, we're gonna be out there, and I'm gonna drop a couple of these little clips and stuff on our TikTok family. Make sure you follow us, Mash Gas Entertainment, on TikTok and all that good stuff. So let's talk about Candace Owens, and then we're gonna end the show about talking about the child support embryo thing, Mo. Mo, I'm gonna let you bring that up because you sent it. You sent it, Mo, about the child support. About these men paying retroactive child support for the ladies who were pregnant for 9 months and they have to retroactively pay child support. I'm assuming if the man is determined the father. But we'll go into that in a minute. Oh yeah, they boy, they coming after y'all, boy. I tell you, y'all pull-out game must be weak because they coming after you, y'all and them embryos. But let's talk about let's talk about Candace Owens real quick. So I took a look at her interview on the Breakfast Club. I wasn't going to play it here because it is like an hour and 50 minutes long. So so we're not going to do that. But what I will do is share the article about that's MSN.com. And this is what it says. It says here, of course, that Candace Owens is getting the same treatment as Omarosa Stacey Dash amid her apparent rebrand campaign after leaving The Daily Show. Okay, so of course she's making her recent appearances on different black media platforms, and it's not winning over new fans from those who deem her to be a representation of anti-blackness. The conservative media figure sat down with the Breakfast Club and Joe Budden in March interviews that critics, I'm sorry, have been making an attempt to do an image makeover shortly before it was announced that she was leaving the Daily Wire on March 22nd. Mo, real quick here, she has been a staunch Trump supporter. She has definitely talked about the non-existence of systemic racism and made her pretty popular as a conservative black person. And of course, we have already snatched her black card and stuff like that. So let's talk about it. So real quick, Mo, before you go into it, I want to hear Seek's approach to Miss Candace Owens and her foolery. And so I just want what are your thoughts about her right now?
I want to hear what Mo got to say.
Oh, you want to hear what Mo got to say? Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
Well, I am being
I don't
very.
think
Yeah, I don't. She's a non-issue in the black community, in the white community, and now in the Jewish community because Shapiro fired her because she said some uh, Jewish, she made some anti-Jewish statements or sentiments. So that's fine. So, she's cut off from them. But I never liked her anyway because she was so anti-black woman and anti-black people. So I'm like, she even said on the Breakfast Club, what little snippet I saw, she said the reason she married a white man was because that was the one who met her interest. And I said, oh, you couldn't find no black person that met your interest of eating, sleeping, and wanting a roof? Because the only reason she married the man she married is because, he was attracted to her skin color, her back, her box perm, and the fact that, supposedly he wanted to dip his toe. Now, 3 children later, they live in London or outside of London. She's now seeing that she's no one. We've always known she was no one, not because she didn't go to an HBCU, not because she didn't go to college, not because she's not well educated. We saw her as a non-issue because in high school, she had the unmitigated gall, SAT word, she had the unmitigated gall to state that these white boys were picking on her and the school district didn't do anything, used the NAACP to fight her battles, won $34,000, and then she said the NAACP was a non-issue, and that her immigrants, like her father and her mother, they use their own bootstraps to make themselves do some great things. It's like, no, you used the $34,000 to propel yourself. You didn't even use it for college because you didn't finish. You started something you didn't finish. But then you're going to say that the NAACP and all other black organizations aren't worthy. And then you talk about the black sororities. So, Candace, this is what you're going to do for me. Nothing. White people who like to listen to her, the reason they like to listen to her is because she gets to say the things that they can't say. And because she has blackface on, and that's what she has, blackface, then they're okay with it. So I have a close friend who has tried to get us to speak to one another. And I said, not as long as I'm breathing. Oh, we could when Jesus comes back. That's the only time I would speak to her. On 3 separate occasions, she asked me to speak to her. And I said, not until Jesus comes back. And Jesus would have to be sitting next to me with a glass of wine that he made. And probably with his mama next to him. Or Mary Magdalene.
I
Oh
don't
my
understand
God.
why you even asked her to even speak first. I know that she's the only lady on the podcast right now, and being a lady is questionable at this point. But I'm trying to figure out why the hell you wanted her to talk first. See, shit. Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you. I can't do this.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. If y'all haven't, if you are interested, if you have not heard Roland Martin's take on Candace Owens,
Oh, he ate
my
her up.
God, it is the most delicious thing. It
Yes, it
is the
is.
most
Yes, it is.
delicious thing that you can hear how this man actually breaks it down so beautifully, so eloquently, and he throws a little ghetto in there too, and I love it. But I'm gonna tell you, I was caught off guard when she was on the Breakfast Club because let me tell you the way how they rehearse this comeback speech for her. She is talented at receiving and retaining information to be able to spit it back out. The interview was so beautifully put and all of this stuff, and I'm just looking at this like this bitch is crazy.
Crazy. Out
She
of there
needs to be on medication
quickly.
because mentally it's like you forgot all of this shit you said about black folk and tried to spin it as if it was the media that told us that you was against us. Not you saying it out of your mouth directly, but that it was the media saying that you was against us when we have documentation, video proof of your black ass saying that, first of all, racism is not a real thing. You said
Right.
that, and of course you say that because you have a white husband and 3 mixed children. You talked about the Jewish people not realizing that Jewish people pay you your money. The Jewish people pay you. So they fired your ass from the Daily Wire. You was also fired from Fox News. You have no money. You have no clout. You have no nothing. There's nothing that you have now but your white husband and your half-breed children. That's it. Nobody wants to have anything to do with you. They see you for what you are. You are definitely an Omarosa. We see you for that. So the best thing that you can do now is just continue to play the villain. Because that's still gonna get you paid. There's still white way. I don't think that she wants to go any deeper than the racism that she had, all that surface level racism. Because when you start treading lightly in the Klan, where you really start having to connect to like Klansman type shit, she don't want that for her black children. There's still a level of blackness in her, so she understands that. So now you have to stay at surface level racism, where you can spit out these stupid ass things that they can pay you for all the time. Now they're not paying you. Now you want black folks to accept you. And bitch, you don't even, if somebody says to you, what was they saying? God is good.
Right.
She said, God is great.
What's
Ain't
that
been in
for?
nobody's black church. God is good all the time. This is what we say, girls. It's common language. Even if you're not in church, people know that that's common language. Well, I guess I haven't been to so many black churches.
But just like her boy
so many.
said,
I mean, this is in
2 Corinthians.
this is in the black lexicon. It is our language. It is our culture. You're not that you're not that white girl.
She ain't white at all. She ain't white at all. I completely agree with you and Mo. I just want her to go dig herself a grave and lay there for somebody to cover her up. That's what I want her to do. I want her to go and just enjoy being and laying in the bed that you've made for yourself.
Just go.
Yeah, I mean, I rather I
go.
like a
just listen.
I like a good villain. You know what I'm saying? I think I was saying the other day, if I got me 2 dogs, I will name.
Continue to play the villain.
Just do that. I was saying, if I had 2 dogs, I would lay them Lex and Luthor, because Lex Luthor is my favorite villain. You know, everybody has to have a villain. Just keep playing it. Just keep being the villain. Just keep doing it. It works well.
Continue to play the villain. That's what it is. That's where you thrive. That's where you thrive. It's kind of like what's the saying, Q? It's like a love. I don't want to say love or hate, because we really don't love this woman. It's like it's like an analogy. It's like just just love that you are the villain, and just sit in that. We'll respect you more.
I think she's a necessary evil. She's needed to be evil, because
she's what we need to see.
Because I'm gonna say this, now I still think that she's off her rocker. I think that baby is too far short of a value meal, and I don't think that all her marbles are round. I think that baby got some square marbles in her brain somewhere. I agreed with some things that she did say about our community, like, for example, Black people are lazy. It is the truth. That is a truth that stings and it hurts, but it's the truth. Now, I don't agree with everything that she says,
but it's but we have to be careful with that, because that's also a racist trope. We understand what laziness is in community, but if white folks outside of us hears that, then but they know that we're not lazy.
Exactly.
They know that for a fact, because they brought us our asses over here to work for them. So even if we are lazy, bitch, we tired. We still got our ancestors' blood in us. We tired.
We tired.
Shit. We tired for them for picking all that goddamn cotton.
Absolutely.
And doing whatever else we did for you motherfuckers. So yes, we can understand that from in our culture what that means. But when white folks hear that shit, it's a racist trope, and they capitalize on that, and they use the shit like the welfare systems and the shit that they created. They use it against us. So no,
Yeah,
it's my ass.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So
Okay,
Candace
Mo.
Owens, does she get a black card back? Yes or no? I'm gonna say a hell no. Mo, did she get a black card back? Did she even ever have a black card? Okay, Mo, we can't. Oh,
When Jesus comes back.
when Jesus comes back.
When Jesus comes back.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds great. Well, Miss Owens,
Cause God is good.
all the time,
No.
all the time, Mo, all the time. So, people
Listen.
saying hell no. Y'all keep your comments coming. We should appreciate that. All right, so the time is now 10:36. Let's talk about this embryo thing, Mo, and then we're gonna bid y'all a good day. So, okay, so Mo's frozen in her. You good, Mo? Cause your
I
your
think I
lips
am.
your lips was quite puckered on the stuck. Cause your lips was quite puckered. I'm just saying, just saying. I'm just waiting for you to get it together. You good? Okay. Let's talk about the embryos, Mo. Now you sent the article last night. I'm sorry I didn't forward it. You sent the article. I believe it was the state of Kentucky, right? The state of Kentucky passed the law, or it well the lawmakers sent it over to the House or the Senate to be approved. That check this out, Seek, that the actual men that have impregnated or supposedly impregnated women, um, if they are
It's a
deemed the
bad area.
father, they have to pay child support on the embryo. So if you are named and deemed the father when this child is born, what happens is that they will retroactively charge you for her bills all 9 months she was pregnant. Whether you're and I am stunned with that. So Mo, if I
What do
got
you
anything
think, Q?
wrong, well, shit, let me tell you something. Use condoms.
What's your idea?
Use condoms. Listen, if you don't want no cheering, then don't do what you do to have them. If you don't want them, And my thing is, and even if you get caught up in that certain kind of space or whatever, then take care of your kids. But my thing is that they say that embryos, I think it's still being discussed whether an embryo is a living organism or not. I considered an embryo living because it is drawing breath from the mother to survive. That is my opinion. That is my personal opinion. Some people say up until you hear the heartbeat is when you know that there's a living vessel there. So I feel like, hey, listen, if the child is living and breathing and stuff like that, then fine. But should the father cover all of that? Well, if he hadn't been there, maybe so, but I don't believe that every man should have to do that in that state, when it comes to determine if the actual child is his. I just think that if he's there, if he's taking care of the child, that should be, let me take care of her while she is with child, then that should be taken into consideration if he is determined the father. Now, they just go to show you that people are getting tired of not knowing who their daddies are. And I think the state is getting tired of paying for people who don't know who their pappy is. I that's just my opinion, on that. I could you pay for the embryos, Ernie? Could you do that? I mean, if you get somebody pregnant and then all of a sudden you're deemed the father and then you get a big old ass uh deduction out your check because you are going to pay for her visits at the doctor and all kind of stuff. Let's just say if she had a hard pregnancy or if this was a pregnancy, that what if the baby was preemie, all this kind of stuff, all of those bills that you would have to cover.
Is there a way to tell that the baby is mine while the baby is in the embryo? While the baby is in the
Well,
embryo state?
while the
Yes.
baby is in the belly, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then yes. If we know for sure that the baby is mine, I'm responsible for that child.
Okay.
Okay, let me show you a way to get around that. Ernie, just in case that happens to you, because you're such a nice man, it wouldn't happen to Q because let me show you a way to get around it.
Help us
Marry the
today.
girl. Marry her. $81 to marry her, take her to the courthouse. You give her what you want. Court ain't gonna tell you what to give her.
Well, you kind of got a point there because what is it, Mo? It's better for him to put himself on than for her to do it. And if he says, "Hey, look,"
Now, I do not believe that the court should be telling, but all of that stuff becomes like an iffy situation, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas out here, they be trash. They be trash. They need that type of guidance. They need somebody to tell this is what you have to do because you don't know how to do it. So they sometimes people put themselves in these weird ass positions just because they dumb as fuck. Other than that, if the child is mine, I am responsible for the child without the court system telling me what to do to the child. So going back to what Mo said, if and then if me and the mother are in some type of love thing and we decide to get married, which for me that will never happen again, and I'm not having no goddamn kids. So this is all hypothetical. So but if that was the case in reality, if that was the case, then yeah, okay, we can get married, and then all of this, all of the happily ever after shit will happen. But other than that, some men need that type of guy. They need to be told what to do because they're not gonna do it.
Well,
They
no,
just not
no,
gonna do it.
I don't think you should. The way I'm trying to prevent paying child support is to just marry her and then split. I know it sounds horrible, but I'm just saying because some women try to have children with men just for the child support and just for the come up. But now this is something else. What if you are a sperm donor? Do you have to pay child support? What if you go in a medical facility and watch a video and in a cup, and then she becomes pregnant? Later, can she come after child support? If she's going on hard times, or if the child decides, hey, I want my daddy.
I don't think it works like that, Mo.
Obviously, I don't think because it's illegal to reveal that, if it's a donation because you're giving your sperm out. So,
But because
I
you got
mean,
paid for it,
Yeah, they know they sign contracts like you can't come after this man. You wanted this baby.
Oh, no, we should look into that. And then, what
Who
really
got
should
paid for
happen
it?
is when Texas passes that legislation like Tennessee did, that at the birth, the DNA test is done. That should cut down a whole lot of baby daddy, no, mama, baby daddy, maybe for the
what is
baby.
it?
Yeah, mama's baby,
Yeah,
daddy, maybe.
Daddy's maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
So once the legislation is passed in Texas, that should be better. Now, the one in Tennessee is hurting them folk right and left. Them girls is in the room talking about, well, I thought he was, I didn't know. Yeah, Tennessee has decreased their welfare stance of unknown fathers by like 21%.
And see, and Mo, I'm glad you brought that up, Mo, because I'm gonna be honest with you. When it's situations like that, like for example, a red state like Kentucky, when you got a whole lot of white trash out there, which let's just be straight up and real, they run around here getting drunk and getting high on coke and heroin, as some people call it. You going around here and you having sex with all these people, and then all of a sudden, your man that you got at home is looking at you crazy because your baby come out with a complexion. And so now, you all of a sudden you want to put you want to come up with different laws to protect them folk because that's all it is. Y'all just down there screwing each other in the trailer parks. Now, don't get me wrong, we out there too. We out there, but that state's predominantly trash. I mean, and that's just, and I'm just being honest. I mean, I've been to Kentucky a few times. It ain't nothing grand or great about the fucking state. Let's just be honest. And if I ever run for president, I'm so sorry for the state of Kentucky. I'll go after Texas first. I'm just saying to get my electoral votes. So I'm just saying that, you got a redneck trashy state like Kentucky, and now y'all need all these damn DNA tests and child support embryo shit so you can get a handle on how much hair you leaving on somebody's hood. I'm just saying, you're gone.
Somebody's sugar low and it ain't mine.
I'm just saying,
My sugar ain't low today.
it's a trashy state. It really is. Ain't shit good about Kentucky. I drove through Kentucky. I can't tell you how many times, and they got so much shit along the state lines of Kentucky. It's just not a smart state. People out there, they eat crackers for brain food. I mean, something is wrong with those people. Like for real, something ain't right. But I tell you what, though, you can contact Paternity Direct Dallas if you ever need yourself a Dana. Tell them Ask Gas sent you. You tell them Ask Gas sent you. You can go to paternitydirectdallas.com.
Right.
Tell them Ask Gas sent you, and we can go ahead and we can help you find your pappy too. Oh, and you don't have to just be in Dallas. You can be anywhere. We can get you taken care of. Matter of fact, hell, if you're right here in Houston, I'll come and swab you myself.
We are going to have pop-ups in the next around summer when y'all wearing those sundresses. We're gonna.
Yeah, you out there in them sundresses and you and you showing all your good stuff, and then you get hemmed up in the bathroom stall. Give us a call. Just saying. If you need a DNA test, paternitydirectdallas.com. We'll get you taken care of. Like for real. Like I'm serious. We don't help people find their daddies. Like for real. If you need to find your pappy, give us a call. We can help you out with that. Okay.
Your real one. Your real one.
Your real daddy. Your real daddy.
Not the real. Not the one who's paying child support. Not the one paying child support.
Not the one you call your adopted father and he gave you your last name just because you was there when your mom got pregnant either.
Not him
either.
Oh,
that's sweet.
That ain't sweet. That's bullshit. Because now the child got to figure out where the hell they come from because you done lied to them all their life. That's horrible.
Paternity Direct Dallas.com. Ernie, I wanted to ask you something. Now, Q is on here, but we don't care. Explain to me about the Turkey Hut thing in Houston.
I wish I could explain it to you. I wish I could explain it to you in a way that would make it's just some fuckery. That's what it is. It is some absolute crazy fuckery. And now, so you asked me that because you see that they're now bankrupt?
Yes,
they are. Bankrupt. Yeah.
Did you see previously, months prior to that, their employees were saying that they hadn't gotten paid for a month or two?
Yes.
And the motherfuckers were still showing up to work. What they do
every day. Every day.
But that explains how we are not lazy. That explains how we're not lazy. Because we showed up for 2 months. Because they kept thinking that they were going to get paid. But
they kept thinking they're going to get paid. But I'm like, no.
How much was a turkey leg though? How much is a turkey leg?
The one I like is $43. The one I like.
For a turkey leg. I can get a whole turkey for $70.
That's true, that's true. Yeah.
So I think what Q maybe from maybe 25 to about $40, but it depends on what I think the 20 somewhat dollar one is really good. Do the sides
come with them? Do the sides come with it, or you have?
Oh, they real like they are really dolled up. They are stuffed with some of them are stuffed with macaroni and cheese. Others are stuffed with the rice dressing. all kind of shit. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes,
And
it is.
when it first came out, they were
Yes.
really really delicious and not that expensive. But since then, when the
But
top is messed up, then all of that shit trickles down.
well, they
I'm
got
over
the
here in
divorce.
grief.
Okay. I was
I'm
wondering what
over here
happened
in
to Turkey
grief.
Head. Because that's
I'm
third.
grieving.
That's third ward. Third ward.
I'm
But
grieving
but you
because
know
they
what?
so damn good.
But you know what that's about, Ernie? That's about that property they're sitting on in third ward, and how the people around them don't look like the owners, and how they didn't want all of those people around them going to the turkey hut.
Hmm. Let me say this though, there were more people that look like us that's around them than there are that look like the others. Now they are there, but remember, Third Ward is a historically black uh, neighborhood. So,
Right.
even the black people in that neighborhood don't have as much clout as the white folk in that neighborhood.
Well,
Say
they're
that
coming
again.
in now. Yeah, they're coming in now. Those people in
So,
third ward now, they're 80 and 90 years old. They're holding on
so
to
you're
those
making up,
homes.
yep,
But yeah, but they're not. They only vote once. Them other folk vote 2 and 3 times.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. That's absolutely right. So yeah, it's hard to see something such as that could really have been a treasure. I'm talking about
Yes.
like a historical treasure for Houston, for Third Ward, for Alameda, which is considered Black Wall Street. It could have really been a thing to where it's like, oh yeah, these people have really done it. But I'm gonna say this, God, please help me. When you start off with drug money, allegedly,
Mm, mm, mm.
when you start off with that type of mentality, you have that mentality, not just the money to back it up, but you have not necessarily a business. It could be a business mentality, but the way how you do business is ghetto in your head. And then you
Right.
come in, and then a woman comes in and she tries to clean all of that up, but you didn't already put your ghetto stamp on it.
Okay.
It's hard
Mm.
to recover. And I'm using the word ghetto in the way that a person thinks, not just that where they are, but how you think about life and the shit that you post on your social media, and to defend your ignorance.
Right. Exactly.
You post your shit on social media to defend your ignorance, and somebody has to come in and try to clean it up, and now you bankrupt. Now that whole it's let me tell you something. It's a part where we really have to grieve that. And I know a lot of people gonna feel a certain way, but really what the turkey leg meant to the community, and to see it all play out like this,
It's
it's
horrible.
ridiculous.
It's
It's
just
another
so sad.
restaurant
It's
that did
sad.
that here too, like
It's
a
so
pastor and
sad.
his wife. Oh, Phil and Derek's,
Feeling Derek's. Yeah.
the
Feeling Derek.
same thing. Black treasures to our community. Good food, good camaraderie, people, community, all of that shit. And then here we are.
Well, I'm gonna say this though. I'm in grief because I sure do not ever want to see the turkey leg hut close, because if they close, I am going under. Do you understand me? Because I
Now
need.
you better learn how to make a turkey leg.
I know how to make one, but I want to go over there with them, and I want to
No,
go, or have you make me one, and I want you to stuff that sucker with that crawfish mac and cheese.
but let
That's
me
what
tell
I
you something.
need.
Let's say this. Let me say this. Now there are people out here that have picked up how to do turkey legs, so we
Right.
can still get a turkey leg. Not like the turkey leg hut, but and now that they are going under, there are gonna be more places that's doing turkey legs.
Well, I tell you what. Whenever you ready to go, let me know. Let's roll through. And since you are the chef on the line here, just let me know when you decide to ever smoke a few of them, and I'll be on my way to Katie. I'm just letting you know. I dropped the link down below, guys. Listen, this is, if you are in Texas, this is how you can go and update your voter registration. We have not spoke about voting, but this is an election year. Duh. And we usually start talking about voting. And I'm just gonna say this: I really, really hope y'all just don't let Donald Trump win, black people. Go and vote, please. We know that y'all don't like to vote, but take your
I
ass
have
on out
said,
there and
let
vote.
me tell you something.
I'm
I have
scared.
said this,
I'm
and
scared.
it is so scary. It
I'm
is so
scared.
scary.
Well, let's
It is.
concentrate on the just not that one national election. Let's concentrate on the local elections, the judges, the
Absolutely.
JPs, and the mayors and the city council people, the people who really make the laws that can change, make or break our communities. Whether it's determining who gets to go where, who gets
Mhm.
to have their businesses where. Um, Planning and
Exactly.
zoning is important. So let's
Hmm.
try to get on those boards. Let's go on to our wherever we're living. Let's go to that city website. Let's see when they're opening up for community advisors on the various boards, where there's the library board, planning and zoning board. Have your voice heard throughout the years, but also local voting. I mean, I don't care if you have to vote for the dog catcher. I want you to vote. I want you to
Yeah,
vote.
Well,
it's
Mo,
important.
the yeah, well, we might have to go on and vote for the dog catcher because we got a lot of dogs in politics, and so we may need a dog catcher. I'm just saying. Listen, we've been on now 126. The time is now 10:56 a.m. Almost 11 o'clock. Central Standard Time. Again, that's the actual link down below to register to vote in Texas. Make sure you do that in your particular county that you are living, so you can get out there and vote in your local, state, and national elections. Make sure you are able to do that. I'm gonna leave that up real quick, and before we let you go, we always like to give you guys some encouraging words for your week. Make sure again that you check us out on Thursday night. Myself, Miss Arbonite Barber, and my girl Miss April Sunshine is gonna be on the wire. We're gonna be talking about some crazy shit. So make sure you come on because we going there on Thursday night. Okay, so uh Seek, thank you so much for coming to the show, man. I appreciate you coming on to chit chat with me while Mo is doing whatever the hell she do best. And so
Jealous, jealous,
I
jealous.
am I'm quite jealous. Mo done travel abroad, she on the road going somewhere else. But that's okay because I'm going somewhere this year. I sure the hell am. I'm going 2 or 3 places. Just give me a minute. So let's get some encouraging words. What you got for us, man? I appreciate you again.
Listen, just do what's right. Right may not always be expedient, but it will make you feel good. That is a quote from the great and wonderful Maya Angelou. Always do right. Right might not always be expedient, but it will make you feel good. And listen to Cowboy Carter by Beyonce, the entire album, several times, so that you can get the gist of what is happening with this album.
Oh
So
God, heaven. You and Mo are not about to have a Beyonce talk. We're not going there today. Mo Mo be having a beehive all over here after us, and we're not gonna do that. But because this is Beyonce's internet, it belongs to her. It belongs to her. Thank you so much for the encouraging words, Mo. What you got? Shit. What you got, Mo? Shit.
Okay, my encouraging words are twofold. It takes more than a cowboy head for country music, and don't be a Candace Owens.
don't be.
Oh,
I want
Mr.
to go
Buzz
back
is
and say,
buzzing.
I want to go back. I want to go back.
Mr.
Not
Buzz is
only does it
buzzing.
take more than a country hat to be country, but born and raised in Houston, Texas makes you country. Enough.
That's enough country out there. And let me tell you, the rodeo was fun too. I actually got a chance to do. I forgot the man's name, but I heard him, and I actually enjoyed because I like some country music. I was looking for Garth Brooks to come back. I like
Was
Garth Brooks.
was Kane Brown down there? Was it Kane
Can't,
Brown?
no, he didn't
Ooh,
come.
I love me some Kane Brown. That's a cute little boy. Ooh,
Mo, what are your encouraging words instead of talking about
that
Kane
was
Brown in
it.
front of your
Don't be a
husband?
can.
She
Oh,
just
that
said,
was
Don't be a
it.
Candace.
That was
don't be
it
a
for real.
Candace Owens.
Don't be a
Don't be a
Candace
Candace
Owens.
Owens.
Listen, everybody, thank y'all so much
Don't
for
be her.
joining. We don't be a Candace Owens,
Please.
and don't be a Diddy or R. Kelly or Bill Cosby. Let me hush because Mo gonna frown up. Let
I'm
me
Team
hush.
Cosby.
I know, Mo. I
Camille
know.
Cosby.
Can we not talk about that woman today? Because you know how I feel about her. Can we not talk about Dr. Camille Cosby? Mo. Shit.
Not an honorary.
Dr. Camille Cosby. No, not honorary. Dr. Camille Cosby. Doctor. D.R. Doctor Cosby. Or we could talk about cowboy hats
Okay, so
or,
like I said, Mo,
country
we want you to
music.
travel safe, get to wherever y'all going safely. I wish y'all good traveling miles and shit. Fill up the gas tank and make
Thank you.
sure chocolate drop is secure in the back seat. If I had to give y'all some encouraging words on today, I would tell y'all again, like somebody told me. Oh, I think it was my granny that told me, please, please stop getting a hard on for the same thing. Because if you do, you're gonna end up screwing yourself in the end.
I
My
doubt your
granny,
granny
my
said that.
granny,
I doubt she
my
said
granny
that.
said
I
it.
doubt she
She,
said
well,
that.
she didn't say screwing. She said the other word, but you told me, we need to
I
pull back
don't
on the
think she
language.
said that.
She said
I
you
don't
can't
think
keep
she
getting a
said
hard
that.
on. She said, son, you can't keep getting a hard on for the same old things, baby. You're gonna end up
I
fucking
don't think
yourself
she
in the
said
end.
that. I don't
That's what
think
she
she
said.
said that.
That's what she said.
I think she said just yo. I think she said. I don't
She
think she
said it,
said.
Mo. Mo, listen. She said it, and she was serious because she had a Jerry curl, and she was activating her hair with round curl. That's what she was serious. Stop getting hard on for the same old stuff. You're gonna end up screwing yourself in the end. Bid you guys a good Saturday. We want you guys to again check us out on this Thursday night and on next week. Keep my boy Hendrix in your prayers. Keep Hendrix in your prayers. He is taking care of some stuff right now. We actually had a loss in our class, and there was a big loss, something that we were not expecting, that she touched all of our lives. And because her family has not publicly said anything, we will not reveal who that person is, but he's kind of taking it hard. And so we just want to say, prayers, bro. We talked yesterday. He's doing good, y'all. So don't y'all start sending me messages talking about how's Reggie doing. I just said the shit. Okay. Don't ask me how Reggie's doing. I done said it once. Okay. That I'm over it. All right. So we're gonna talk.
Plus Ernie, he can't respond. He got fat fingers. He don't know how to say.
Yeah, I got fat fingers, Mo. I do. We're gonna see y'all in a minute. God bless y'all. See y'all in a little bit. Peace out.